Hey YouTube, this is Midget iPhone Captain. This is going to be a video that shows you some of my favorite apps, not any kind of tutorial on how to use them, just what they are. So keep that in mind. If you need a tutorial, look them up on my channel here. I have detailed about them, but I'll show you some of the best features and try to get them as quick as possible. If you're one of the users this Christmas or holiday season that's wanting to try to use your iPhone 4S or 5 instead of carrying the DSLR camera around, I have some awesome applications, and here are 10 or 11 of my favorites that I like to use all the time. And my first one here I'm going to show you is called Photogene. This is a photo editing application, and you can do about anything imaginable in this. You can actually change the color of things, cut things out, crop things, you can edit the pictures, you can make collages. There's a number of settings down here at the bottom. You just hold your finger over them and you can see you've got crop, you can rotate, you can adjust any of the settings, the presets. That's normally what I go with and look through these to try to determine some of the filters that I like to look at. Dramatic is usually one of my favorites. You can add frames to it if you want to go with something fun or just a pencil sketch. This was a picture that I took of my truck using the auto clip for the iPhone 4S, if you're wondering what that is. And we'll save that right there, and you can see it even saved the little reflection down here in front. But there's a lot more you can do with this. You can see down here at the bottom there's settings for saving the different types of files, the file size. You can go back to the previous screen, you can go forward. If you edit or crop something you don't want to, or you want to take it back, you can go back and go forward and do that kind of stuff. That's one of my favorite photo editing things. Another one of my favorites is called Color Strokes. This is by a Mac phone, I'm thinking, and it sells for like $1.99. And we'll load a photo up here. If you want to change the color of, like, say on this red lens here that's loading, if we wanted to change the color of that red to something else, or if we want to crop it out to something different, we just can simply blow it up. You can see that's very easily done. Just hit the done button. It'll process it, and you can go in here and you can change the color of the lens, see. And if you want to go back in and add the color of the lens, you can simply just swipe your finger over it. Like sometimes you may take a photograph and you want certain parts of it in black and white and the other parts in color. Well, this application makes it super easy to do that. Okay, and there's just a brief look at how some of the things look. And here's some effects up here if you want to go with something just built in. There it is. Awesome application. Another awesome application by Mac phone is called Photo Studio. And this is another photo editing application, and we'll go right back in and we'll load the same picture up again. Well, not the same one, we'll use the one on my truck. And you can shrink it down like that, pinch it to get all the picture in there, hit choose. It takes it just a minute to process it. And then you can come up here at the top if you want to choose some of the built-in filters. They have many different ones to choose from. I'm just showing you some of the ones I've used and enjoy. I like this sort of a rainbow type look. I took this photo using the auto clip, and it does an awesome job as well. If you want to try that little gadget out for your iPhone 4S or 5, I'll have a link for it in the description as well. Another awesome application I like to use to edit pictures is Art Studio. Art Studio just released not too long ago. It's fairly new, and it does a whole lot of things like sketches or pencil drawings or with brushes, things of that nature. You know, you can do pencil. If you want to load up a photo and then add sketches or drawings to a photo, it makes it easy. You can do spray, you know, like with a spray can, or you can just use something like a pencil for a finer point. Makes it easy if you want to add like words or something into it. If you want to get very, very technical and delete something in a photo, here is one that can do about anything imaginable. They have an example in here where they show they edit the car and they change the color of the car. They change all kinds of features on the car, and there's not much you can't do with this application at all. Just a little quick run through here of some of the things you can do. Load your photo up, and once it's in there, then you can hit this edit button and you can change some of this stuff. After you go through it a time or two, these tips will go away, and you can simply pinch and zoom and do a lot of different things with that. It's a pretty fun application just to play around with, but it's a very serious app if you want to learn a lot about editing out certain parts of pictures, or if there's like somebody in a photo and you want to delete them out of the photo and keep everything else in the photo. That's an application that you can use. Here's a pretty cool application. All you have to do to use it is just clap your hands. If you want to get in the family photo this holiday season, simply just set your timer on your iPhone, and when you clap your hands, it takes the picture. It's that simple. Works pretty awesome, and it does a cool job. Some of my favorite camera apps is Pro Camera. It has a lot of different settings in it that you can add, and you can edit the different things, such as it has stabilization. You can change it from expert mode into beginner mode, and about anything imaginable on that. If you like to use screenshots, iPreview will let you add screenshots. Here's what I mean by that. You simply just tap the add button. If we want to add my logo in here, you can see we can do that very easily by doing that right there. And now all I have to do is hit save the camera roll. And now when we go to camera roll, you'll see that it'll be right there. Right here it is. There's the phone. That's what it looks like after you save it. It looks good on a blog or something like that. So there's some awesome holiday ideas for applications, guys. I hope you enjoy them. One more before we go that I use a lot is called Snapseed. I don't want to forget it because I use it probably more than any other one. It lets you edit and add filters, hundreds of different, no, I don't say hundreds, many different filters to applications. And let me show you what I mean. You simply just put it in here, select what you want from the bottom, and you simply swipe up. You can change things on the screen like transition, saturation, blur. And once you get that changed, you go left and right to increase and decrease. Go vertically up and down to change different things like brightness and things of that nature. Awesome applications, guys.